Welcome back to another recording of the Joyful Mate podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Hartcher, your joyful journey mentor, and I'm going to take you on a journey today. And we're going to be discovering and talking about analog wellness. Yes, so what is analog wellness? It's a good question. You've probably heard of analog, you've probably heard of digital, and they're very different. We often refer to digital as being like a staircase. So if you think about a staircase, you go up one stair at a time. There's nothing in between. You're either on one step or the other step. You're not really in between. Whereas with analog, it's a continuous wave. It's a continuous signal. Whereas digital's 1 or 0. It's like black or white. It's one or the other. There's no in between. Whereas analog is a continuous signal. So think about the old hand clock, and the hand clock had the seconds just moving in a nice motion around the dial. Whereas digital goes up in increments, like steps, like from 1, 2, 3, it goes up. Whereas the analog time has a nice flow about it. It's a continuous motion. And so when we think about wellness, it's not all or nothing. And that's digital. Digital's 1 or 0, right? It's all or nothing. We think about wellness as a continuous flow, a continuous transformation. It's not like, if I get this, I'll be happy. It's because, again, you'll be happy for a period of time, but then that will go, because we're in a constant state of transformation. And this is why digital wellness doesn't work, because we expect to just be well, but we're never well. We could be well for a moment or whatever for a period of time, and then we get sick or something happens and we're not so well, because everything's in a state of change, a state of flux, and it's not in a fixed state. It's in this continuous transformation state. And if we think about a fixed state, then it actually defies the laws of physics, because everything's in a state of vibration, a state of movement. We can't detect it with our senses, and hence we perceive it as being still or stagnant, but in actual fact, it's moving. And so this is this whole digital thing of, like, I'll take a pill and it will fix me. As you know, no pill fixes you. No supplement fixes you. A supplement, a medication is like digital wellness. It's there to make a step change, but however, other things will change as a result of that step change. And so you might get a win in one area, but you'll perceive a loss in another area. And that's more side effects of something else. Whereas continuous wellness is constantly putting in work. It's constantly making effort. And it's the same as mental health. Mental health isn't, just one day I'll end up joy and, fulfilled and everything like that. And I'll stagnate there and that would be great. And that doesn't happen either. What happens is that we need to constantly put work in order to maintain order. Otherwise, if we're not putting the work in to maintain order, it becomes chaotic. It becomes disordered. And that's what happens with health. If we're not putting the work in for health, we end up manifesting disease. The body starts breaking down. The body starts becoming disordered because we're not supporting it to maintain order, to maintain life. And so if you think about analog wellness, it is very much connected with nature. Nature's in a constant state of transformation, and it's about connecting with nature. It's about doing forest bathing, which is going into the forest. It's about sitting with the climate as it is, as opposed to modifying the climate, such as air conditioning, for example. Our body is better suited to fluctuations. It knows what to do, whereas at a constant temperature, it gets confused because the information's not clear as to what time of the day it is and what it should be doing when we have air conditioning on all the time, or if we have lights on at night, for example. The body is confused as to what time of the day it is, and it will continue to do daytime functions. And hence we won't utilize the food, we won't, I guess, utilize that energy effectively because it will think it's daytime and go about storing it in essence. So what we want to do is more embrace this continuous analog wave, ride the wave. So it's like riding the environment. It's going like getting out in the morning and feeling the cold. The body realizes it must be morning or it could be evening because both ends of the day, it will be cool. The middle of the day will be hot. That's what our body, that's how it gets information and knows what to do. Whereas if we don't expose ourselves to the environment, which is getting outside more, then the body doesn't know what to do. It gets confused and just does the same thing continuously and becomes disordered in that process. So what you want to do is really get back to the basics of traditional living. And we want to be able to we want to see darkness when it's dark. And that tells the body to start doing nighttime things. We don't want to be seeing light then. When we start seeing dark, we start producing hormones of darkness, melatonin. And you can't just take a pill, like a digital pill, right, of melatonin, because it's too much for the body. It's too much in one go. The body slowly makes it, and we slowly get sleepier and feel like we want to go to bed. Whereas the melatonin is just a one big hit of melatonin. Then our body is trying to deal with the excess. Hence why if you take melatonin, you'll wake up really groggy and struggle to wake up. Whereas if you naturally produce melatonin, then you'll gradually stop producing melatonin in the morning and you'll start producing cortisol, and that wakes you up. That's the daytime hormone. And so this will really affect our moods if we try to control our sleep. Like I'll, stay up late at night in all these lights and I'll just pop a melatonin pill and that will knock me out. I'll fall asleep. And so if we try to do that control, what happens is how it's too much, and it's too much of a step change. Our body, I guess, tries to deal with the excess. It creates other symptoms as a result of having excess, and we create toxological conditions in our body because it's dealing with excesses. Our body really wants to have a slow and steady. Like it likes the in between the steps, right? It doesn't like a 0 or 1. It wants a blend of both on a continuum. And that's quantum entanglement. That is where we have happiness and sadness together. It was so interesting. I was spending some time with my niece, and she is nearly 18 months. And when she was getting irritable, she was like crying, sort of saying, wanting to help, but at the same time she'd be laughing. And so there was a complete entanglement of crying and laughing. And it was really interesting to observe. And we do that as well. We have that entanglement of emotions. It's not separated. It's entangled. And this is what this analog is about, is a continuum. It's a constant transformation. It's not getting rid of something and gaining something, or gain and loss. Gain and loss is very much the digital. I'm either gaining something or I'm losing something. And this really affects our mental health. When we think that if I get this, I'll be happy. What happens is we do get it. We have a fleeting moment of feeling a bit better. However, it goes because it's in a constant state of transformation. It's never fixed. So happiness is never fixed. Joy is never fixed. And what we need to do is realize that and then just go with the flow of life. Ride the waves up and down. Ride, some days you'll be on a high and you'll be able to do more and you'll do more. Some days you'll feel a low, you'll do less. But that's life. That's the transformation. The body can't stay in that constant high. So we want to more flow with life and brace the in-between of no longer and not yet. So that's 0 and 1, the no longer, 0, 1, not yet. Brace the in-between of the step, which is where our growth is. Because we are no longer this person. We don't identify with being this type of person. We're growing into this new person, and we want to embrace that growth because ultimately we want to keep growing. We want to go on a continuum of growth, but be aware that on the growth journey, there will be times at which you feel like you're going backwards. You're not really. It's just part of the growth journey that you'll feel like you're falling or taking a setback or something like that. But in actual fact, it's all part of the growing journey. It's like bushes, the wild, for example, it gets broken branches and but then there's a renewal, there's a growth, there's more growth. It becomes bushier where it's broken. And so we've got this happening all around us, this constant growth and constant transformation. And we want to go with that as opposed to fight it. And it's the same with the aging. We want to embrace aging. What's the point? It's inevitable that we will, because we're in a constant state of transformation. As soon as we're born, we're aging, right? And so we want to embrace that journey and we'll experience more joy if we embrace it as opposed to fighting it and think it's all about anti-aging and longevity. It's much better to go along with the ride. And there's benefits of being older. The whole wisdom thing, the whole being able to, there's that lovely helping other people on their journey, being that guide, that mentor. And that's very fulfilling, is when you get to a point of being able to help others. It's beautiful. So, and it's incredible. Like, you think as parents raise children, and then those children they raise are then nurturing their parents at the end of, I guess, our physical life or end of our human experience. It's the circle of life. And so we're in this constant state of transformation. Embrace aging, go on a journey, allow it to be a continuous flow of ups and downs. Don't think it's just, I'm either alive or dead. Living is in between, right? And so we really want to embrace the journey and embrace the continuous flow, embrace analog living, which is very much finding that state of flow for you. So, working out how much you can step out of your comfort zone based on your skills and your support, how much growth you're ready for. And, when you're feeling strong and confident, then we step into, more growth. But if we're not feeling that, then, we want to steadily grow into the space as opposed to not growing at all. And if we're not growing, we're essentially decaying, we're rotting away. So embrace growth, see life as a continuous flow, see everything as not just, it's like a step, see it more like a wave. It goes up and down, it's highs and lows, big waves, small waves, but it's a continuous journey. And ride the waves. It's a lot of fun. And you'll find that beautiful entanglement in every wave you ride. That's beautiful opposites colliding, and you see the blessing when they collide, when you can see both sides of what you're experiencing. You can see the high, but you can also see the low, and you see it as it is, the wholeness of it, and embrace that wholeness, because that is where the juice, the flow of life is. That's the continuum. That is the in-between the steps, is the no longer, not yet. It's the in-between. It's the growth. It's the joy and fulfillment of life is the in-between. And we want to embrace that transformation. So I hope you really enjoyed this. If you're wanting more of this, please let me know. If you're wanting help in terms of your transformative journey, please reach out. I'd love to help you. I'd love to help you along your way. I love being a guide, a mentor. I call myself the Joyful Journey Mentor. So I can help you see the blessings in life. I can help you see the entanglements, what you're not seeing, and help you see the whole picture so that you see that life is a very wholesome experience. It's not zero and hero. It's not all or nothing. So much. Life is in between. So embrace it and have a great 2026. This is the first recording. This will actually drop in the new year. So this is my first recording in 2026. I look forward to helping you on your transformative journey in 2026 as you continue to listen to the Joyful Mate podcast. I'll be having guests throughout the year. I'll be doing a bit of conversation in between. So reach out, let me know what you want me to talk more about or what you want to hear more about. Or if you want to get some help, please click on the link in the show notes and you can have a session with me. So thank you so much for listening to the Joyful Mate podcast.